To start this physics tutorial, we will first solve for the unit conversion. And our problem is, a Filipino weightlifter can lift 600 pounds. How many kilograms is that? The conversion factor is equivalent to 1 kg or 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Now, we have the conversion factor. We can now solve or convert pounds to kilogram. First, we will write the given, which is the 600 pounds. And we will multiply it by kung saan siya i-convert. So, we have the kg. Sa kg natin siya i-convert. So, ilalagay natin sa taas yung kg. Then, kung sa baba ay yung same unit. Yung i-convert natin, which is the conversion factor, which is 2.2 pounds. So, we put 2.2 pounds here. Then, 1 kilogram. And now, the unit will be cancelled. And matitira na lang ay is yung kg. So, pwede na natin siya isolve. So, magiging 600 times 1 divided by 2.2, and we got 272.73. We got 272.73, and now our unit is now kg, or the kilograms. And we're done. We convert pounds to kilograms. Next, we have the vectors. In this lesson, we will focus on vector addition. So, let's get started. Our problem is, Kilua and Gon wants to go to the Green Island. They walk 20 kilometers north, then they walk 15 kilometers east. Determine Kilua's and Gon's resulting displacement. So first, identify muna natin yung mga given. So we have, by the way, we need ruler to measure the length of the given. So we have 20 kilometers north, so we have 20 kilometers north, and let's label it 20 kilometers north. And then we put the plus sign because we are in the vector addition. And next we have 15 kilometers east. So again, let's label it 15 kilometers east. Simply, we will add these two different lines and we will get this. So we have 20 kilometers north, then we have the 15 kilometers east. So now we will find the resultant. The resultant will be this. So we will label it resultant. The 15 kilometers east and then the 20 kilometers north. Now that we add these two different lines, we will now solve for the resultant. And we will use the formula of the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And we will change the c to r because we will finding the resultant. So it will be a squared plus b squared is equal to r squared. And now we can substitute the given. So we have the a squared, which is the 20 kilometers squared, plus we have the b squared, or the 15 kilometers is squared, is equal to r squared. Then we will solve. So 20 squared plus 15 squared is equal to 625 kilometers. 25 r squared. Then we will square root to remove the squared in the r. So we will square the both side and we will get r is equal to 25. And now we are done. We find the resultant, which is the 25, and this will be kilowatts and gons resulting displacement, or the magnitude is 25 kilometers. Now we will solve for kinematics problem. So our problem is an electric scooter accelerates from 19.5 meters per second to 50.1 meters per second in 2.47 seconds. What is the electric scooter's acceleration and what is the distance that the electric scooter traveled? So first, ang gagawin natin ay illustrate muna natin kung ano ba yung nangyari sa problem. So, mag-drawing lang tayo ng dalawang electric scooter. Ayan. Then, a line. Ayan. So, pagkatapos natin illustrate ay i-label lang natin siya. So, ang sabi, ang electric scooter ay nag-accelerate from 19.5 meters per second to 50.1 meters per second. Then, after that, i-identify na natin yung mga given or mga known and unknown sa problem. So, ang ating given or yung mga known sa problem ay initial velocity na is equal to 19.5 meters per second. Then, ang ating final velocity na is equal to 50.1 meters per second. Then, ang ating time na is equal to 2.47 seconds. Then, yung mga unknown ay, or yung mga hinahanap sa problem ay yung acceleration. So, question mark muna siya dahil hindi pa siya nahahanap, and the distance na travel ng electric scooter. So, pagkatapos natin identify yung mga known and unknown, identify na natin yung mga formula na gagamitin. So, first, hanapin natin yung acceleration. So, ang formula ang gagamitin natin to find the acceleration ay Vfx is equal to Vix plus Ax times t. So, final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration times time. Kaya ito yung gagamitin natin formula kasi may mga value sa formula na to na given na sa problem. So, i-substitute na lang natin. So, ang ating final velocity ay is equal to 50.1 meters per seconds is equal to, ang ating initial velocity ay 19.5 meters per seconds plus yung acceleration. So, i-copy lang natin yung Ax dahil hindi pa natin siya nahahanap, and the time which is 2.47 seconds. So, pagtapos nating i-substitute, i-solve na natin siya. So, dahil parehong unit and like terms ang 50.1 meters per seconds and 19.5 meters per seconds, ililipat natin sa left side yung 19.5 meters per second. So, magiging 50.1 meters per seconds. Dahil positive tong 19.5 meters per seconds, kapag nilipat natin siya ay magiging negative. So, minus 19.5 meters per seconds is equal to 2.47 seconds acceleration. So, pagkatapos natin ilipat, then, isolve na natin yung mga pwedeng isolve. So, isolve natin yung 50.1 minus 19.5 meters per second. So, 50.1 minus 19.5 is equal to 30.6. So, meron tayong 30.6 meters per seconds is equal to, i-copy lang natin yung value sa taas na is equal to 2.47 seconds acceleration. So, after that, i-divide natin both side by 2.47 seconds para ma-cancel out yung 2.47 seconds, and mahanap or makukuha na natin yung value ng acceleration. So, let's do it. Divide natin sa 2.47 seconds yung both side. So, makakancel out yung nasa right side na 2.47 seconds na same. So, cancel out. Then, matitira na lang dun ay yung acceleration. Then, isolve na natin tong 30.6 meters per seconds over 2.47 seconds. So, let's do it. 30.6 divided by 2.47. So, ang value ng acceleration ay is equal to 12.39 meters per second squared. meters per second squared. Then, baksang natin siya para yan. Then, pag nakuha na natin yung acceleration, next naman ay hanapin na natin yung pangalawang hinahanap or yung pangalawang unknown, which is the distance. But before that, ilalagay muna natin yung acceleration na value na 12.39 meters per second squared dito sa given values dahil nahanap na natin siya. So, hindi na siya question mark. So, magiging 12.39 meters per second squared. Then now, hanapin na natin yung distance. So, ang formula for distance ay xf is equal to Vix or the initial velocity times time plus 1/2 times acceleration times time squared. Then i-substitute lang ulit natin ng mga given values. So xf is equal to yung Vix natin or the initial velocity ay is equal to 19.5 meters per seconds. Then the time is equal to 2.47 seconds plus 1/2. Then yung acceleration na sinolve natin kanina ay meron ng value na 12.39 meters per second squared. Then the time 2.47 seconds squared. And pagkatapos nating i-substitute, i-solve na lang natin to. So magiging xf ay is equal to 19.5 times 2.47. 19.5 times 2.47 ay is equal to 48.17. So magiging 48.17. So ang unit natin dito ay meters dahil maka-cancel out na yung seconds. So plus, then isolve naman natin tong nasa right side. So magiging 1/2 times 12.39 times 2.47 seconds squared. So magiging value I is equal to 37.8 meters. So meters siya dahil maka-cancel out din yung second squared. So ngayon, i-add na lang natin yung dalawa para makuha natin yung value ng distance. So magiging 48.17 meters plus 37.8 meters is equal to 85.97. 85.97 meters. So pag ni-round off natin siya ay magiging xf natin ay is equal to 86 meters. Then we're done. So nakuha na natin yung hinahanap na value, which is the acceleration of the electric scooter and the distance traveled by the electric scooter. So we are in the Newton's law and we will focus on the second law of motion to determine the acceleration and the forces acting in the object. So let's get started. Our problem is a rightward force of 302 newtons is applied to a 28.6 kilograms crate to accelerate it across the floor. The coefficient of the friction between the crate and the floor is 0.750. Determine the acceleration. So first, we will draw a free body diagram. So we will draw a box. So we have the normal force and the F grab or the gravitational or gravity force. They are in the same length. Then in the problem we had the applied force, which is a rightward force. And we have the friction. So we will draw a line with a smaller length than the others because let's focus on the rightward force. So now we will label it. So we have the F norm or the F normal. It's unknown. And the F grab, unknown pa din. Then we have the F up or the applied force is equal to 302 newtons. Then the F fric is also unknown and it has the coefficient of 0.750. After that, we will solve the unknown. So first, we will solve for the F grab. So the formula for the F grab is F grab is equal to mass times the gravity. So i-substitute lang natin. So I forgot na ilagay yung mga known. So we have the given here. We have the mass is equal to 28.6 kilogram, the mass of the crate. The F up is equal to 302 newtons, and we have the gravity is equal to 9.8 meters per second squared, and the coefficient or the mu. So now let's get back to the F grab. So now we have the given, let's substitute. So is equal to, our mass is 28.6, the mass of the object, which is the crate, 28.6 kilograms. Then we have the gravity is equal to 9.8 meters per second squared. Then we will solve it. So we have 28.6 kilograms, then times 9.8 is equal to negative 280.28. Negative 280.28, and our unit is newtons. So we have the F grab. So ilagay na natin siya dito. negative 280.28 newtons. Now, we will solve for the F norm. The value of the F grab is equal to the value of the normal force. So, our normal force is equal to 280.28 newtons. So, now we will solve for the F freak. So the formula for F freak is equal to F freak mu or the coefficient times the F norm or the normal force. So given natin sila, so i-substitute na lang natin. So F is equal to the mu or the coefficient is equal to 0.750 and our F norm is equal to 280.28 newtons. So F freak is equal to 0.750 times 280.28. So we have the value of 210.21. 210.21 newtons. Our coefficient doesn't have any unit. So our F freak is equal to 210.21. So ilagay natin siya dito sa diagram. 210.21 newtons yung F freak. So after that na nahanap na natin yung F freak, we will solve for the F net. And the formula for the F net is equal to F or the applied force minus the F freak. So why do we need to find the F net? So we will need to find the F net to determine the acceleration. So let's substitute the given to the formula. Our F up is equal to 302 newtons minus our F freak is equal to 210.21 newtons. So solve lang ulit natin siya gamit yung ating calculator. So 302 minus 210.21 is equal to 91.79 newtons. So F net natin ay 91.79 newtons. So after we determine the F net and all of the forces, we can now determine the acceleration. So our formula to determine the acceleration is equal to F net is equal over the mass. So we have so dahil meron naman na tayong F net and mass na given, madali na natin siyang mahanap. So our F net is equal to 91.79 newtons over our mass is 28.6 kilograms. So our acceleration is equal to 91.79 divided by or over by 28.6 0.6. We got 3.21 meters per second squared. 3.21 meters per second squared. So now we have the acceleration and we solved the problem, and now we are done. I hope you learn and enjoy this video. Thank you for watching.